Man, welcome back to another vid, man. In today's video, we're gonna be reacting to UFC fighters with the worst brain damage. I ain't gonna hold you. I watch the UFC from time to time. I wouldn't call myself a super fan. I would say I'm a casual, you feel me? I know some stuff, and I don't know a lot of stuff. So let's get straight to this, man.
Here are the UFC fighters who are guaranteed to have brain damage.
This is crazy. Like, oh my god, chat. Where the ref
guaranteed
at?
to have brain damage.
Ooh.
Starting with Tony Ferguson, who collects brain damage instead of wins. He has always been willing to absorb shots, but when
Now, Tony definitely got that shit, bro. Tony should have been retired a while ago. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Tony look cooked, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. And I'm a fan of Tony, but damn, bro. Bro, I'd never be a UFC fighter, bro. Like, that's some shit I'd never do. That shit crazy.
Michael Chandler caught him with a high kick, his brain cells had a funeral. Or take his battle against Justin Gaethje, where by the end he could barely walk. And Gaethje himself sometimes looked like a punching bag.
I don't want to live forever anyways. Like 65, 72, I'm out.
His willingness to take punishment in every single fight.
Nah, Gaethje a crazy nigga, bro.
Him a clear candidate for CTE. His most notable brain damage came against Holloway.
Ooh, I watched that fight. And I had my money on Holloway too.
Evangelista Santos endured more than just a brain damage. He suffered literal skull damage. MVP landed a flying knee that shattered his skull, causing him severe brain trauma. It's no surprise Santos never returned to the cage. By the way, Santos is the ex-husband of Chris Cyborg. To see a shattered skull, you need an X-ray. To see George Mann's hematoma, you just need an eye. Maybe just one eye. Mann's frequent participation has caused significant cumulative brain damage.
It was a great shot that he caught me with. In the moment of time, it was very hard to
Bro, chat, I can't even watch this, bro. Like, damn.
to see.
Even worse thing happened to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who looked like she just escaped Era 51.
You can see a punch gets landed directly right in the middle of the hematoma.
This massive hematoma was caused by Wei Chang during their title fight, and when they rematched, the result was no surprise. UFC fighters look sharp now, but I predict that in a few years, the upcoming fighters will end up like Muhammad Ali. Now Pump is a prime
age,
example.
bro.
Over
The age
the
don't
years,
catch up
the
to
decline in his speech ability has become apparent.
This is Nam fan. Just getting done with my morning run.
This morning.
Bro, and that's how most of the fighters talk. Like, literally, like, I'm gonna fight it. Like, literally.
I did run 5 miles.
He has accumulated over 8 losses in recent matches. In the UFC, he likely served as a highlight reel for others. Next youngster even asked for the beating.
Dustin Poirier, we're gonna smash your face in.
Dan Hooker learned his lesson the hard way when he was demolished by Poirier. Overall, Hooker's willingness to engage in firefights has led him to absorb brutal damage. His chin remains strong, but his recent performances suggest that the toll is catching up. His loss to Michael Chandler was particularly violent.
Oh my
Johnny
God,
Walker
bro.
holds the record for the most knockouts in a single fight. Count with me. That's 1, 2, 3,
Ref, yo.
and finally 4. Walker must have a special talent for getting knocked out. His most devastating loss came against Jamal Hill, who sent him into another galaxy. I can't help but feel sorry for his brain. I also feel sorry for this unknown fighter who signed up for an MMA fight, only for the referee to act like it was boxing. Getting knocked out and then counted 10 in an MMA fight is bizarre.
Yo, that's
But the fact-
crazy. That's crazy. Because I heard boxing is very dangerous because of that. Because when you get UFC, you get knocked out, they're like, all right, it's over. Boxing, they're going to be like, yo, get the fuck back up. We got you 10 seconds. Matter of fact, we're going to count it slow so your ass could get back up and get punched more. Like, boxing is crazy, too.
That the ref let the fight continue takes it to the next level.
Ooh,
Honestly, I
yo.
feel this referee should be in jail because he traded the fighter's brain health for nothing.
Yeah.
Let's shine some light on the dark post-career lives. UFC fighters are often presented as muscular athletes in peak condition, yet they fade after they retire. Spencer Fisher fought during a time when it was like, if you don't see it, it doesn't exist, especially when it came to CTE. His career was filled with wars that took a toll on his brain.
They found lesions in my brain, which led to further studies, and I found that I have dementia.
Chuck Liddell relied on his gym in his prime, and he truly was unstoppable, but you can't stop the time. This reliance led to numerous devastating knockouts later in his career, resulting in obvious long-term brain damage. Plus, his lifestyle didn't help him much. It all culminated in a cold knockout against Rashad Evans. But Tim Hawk wasn't even fortunate enough to live to see his retirement. He was knocked out multiple times in both MMA and boxing, leading to accumulated
MMA and boxing. Oh, brother, like damn. R.I.P. But damn, bro, my man was a warrior. Nah, he a warrior though. Like that's the thing. Anyone that does decide to step into the ring, the octagon, you're a warrior. You do heavy props for you, because me, I would never do that shit.
Massive amount of brain damage. His toughness was his undoing.
Now
as
I
he
do
often-
train a little boxing, but not no like serious shit. Like I feel like every man should know some basics. You feel me? Like just a little 1-2. I ain't no McGregor, and I mean no Mayweather or some, but I still, you feel me? But actually stepping in, because I have one of my boys, he's trying to go pro with that shit. I'm like, bro, really gotta take that shit serious, because bro, the other side of this shit is literally what happened to this guy, bro.
took far too much damage in fights. His worst and final loss came in a boxing match, where he
We're
was
not
knocked out
making it, bro.
and
Like that
died
shit
from the
hurt, bro.
injuries he sustained.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you decide to put those gloves on, bro, you're a warrior, bro. Like you deserve heavy props, bro. Like that's tough. You feel me?
Mateus Fernandez faced a similar fate.
And the thing too, bro, UFC is not paying these niggas enough, bro. You get 10 to show up, and then another 10 if you win, bro. That's not enough, bro. That's tweaking. But if you like a heavy name, you get more, obviously. But still, bro, that's not enough. Plus, you get like 50K for fighting a night or some shit like that, bro. Bro, you know how much Dana White is making, bro? He just signed a contract for like $7 billion. I heard something like that, some crazy number. And you tell me you paying your fighters 10 to show up and 10 to win? That's crazy, bro.
He entered the fight in the
Niggas
best
are
shape
risking their
he could
lives.
muster. But despite his preparation and toughness, he suffered a heavy knockout loss. Tragically, he did not recover and died hours later following multiple heart attacks while hospitalized. Better to leave the heartbreaking moments behind. Now we come to the personification of CTE. Words can't fully capture it,
Wait,
so
what?
I will come to the personification of CTE. Words can't fully capture
Tito
it,
Ortiz,
so I will let
yeah, Tito, I ain't gonna hold you. Tito low-key cook. I ain't gonna, no fucked up shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Tito's brain is probably fried, scrambled. Like when Tito passes away, we gotta study his brain, see how CTE works and shit, like on everything, bro. Tito, I've heard Tito say some crazy shit.
I expect no least than what I expect in my camp, what I've been doing in my camp.
I want to tell me what you see. Let's go ahead and see by the fight what you saw in the ring.
I take care of myself now. Now it's about my kids. You know, I want to live. I want to outlive my children. Of course. He's reaching for those grapes. He's trying to make his wine, and the wine's already sounding like a violin with that cheese and wine.
Moving on to the most famous person on this list. Despite absurd
Chill, not Max.
records,
Yo, Max is my favorite fighter. GSP Max, like, bro, Max has the most entertaining fight. I love Max, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
1,086 significant strikes. Max Holloway has never been knocked down. However, his just beat mentality has led him into numerous wars where he endured an absurd amount of damage. I worry that this might catch up to him as his age progresses and his chin weakens. I just hope he will know when it's the right time to stop for the sake of his health. Jim Miller's willingness to stand and try has led to him absorbing more punishment than most fighters, especially as he aged. His worst loss came when Dan Hooker knocked him out cold in the first round with a vicious knee. To make matters worse, he suffers from a debilitating disease.
Tell me about this Lyme disease thing, man, because I'm terrified of Lyme disease.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Lyme disease, caused by Borrelia bacteria, comes with symptoms like dizziness, fainting, shortness of breath, and chest pain. Now, try to imagine competing at the highest level while dealing with that. Let's turn our attention to the fighters who absorbed the hardest punches ever recorded, the heavyweights. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the MMA community didn't really start caring about CTE until Ngannou almost broke Overeem's cervical vertebra. To make matters worse, Alistair Overeem has been in the game since he was 18. His long career in both kickboxing and MMA has led to many knockout losses. Over time, Overeem's durability has declined, a clear sign of the brain damage he has absorbed. He went from the horse meat power
I like beef. Beef makes you strong.
to having a glass chin. Now he's focused on longevity.
Yeah, just barreling into the longevity right now. I intend to grow in my best possible version.
And I'm really curious to see the results. Andrei Arlovski's long career is filled with knockout losses, contributing to an alarming amount of brain damage. His most devastating loss came as well against Francis Ngannou, who knocked him out with a single punch. I'm sure you are familiar with this story. Starting very young, fighting MMA and kickboxing, slowly accumulating damage, but this one is different. Gary Goodrich's most crushing defeat came purely for entertainment when he faced the Chinese giant Hong Man Choi. Over his career, he suffered 10 knockout losses in MMA and 15 consecutive losses in kickboxing, all of which likely contributing to his CTE.
It sneaks up on you. It's like a shark in the water that you can't see. You don't know it's there until it bites you.
Do you remember that Eiffel Tower of the UFC? Steven Struve, while known for his towering height, also
should have been in the
for
NBA.
the most KO losses in UFC history.
Oh
to
my
make
God.
matters worse, his career and well-being were complicated by notable health struggles.
Imagine having that record, chat.
And that'll be here for the rest of my life.
Struve's most brutal defeat came at the hands of Mark Hunt, where he was knocked out in the first round. My favorite MMA fighter of all time is definitely Jake Ellis, the record holder for the most losses in MMA. His willingness to fight frequently under any circumstances has led to him accumulating 110 losses.
One thing we know about you, Jay, you always come to fight.
Always.
You always game in.
Hey, he always come to fight though. Let me see
Don't
what you guys say.
underestimate him.
I'm getting better and better as time goes.
No, you not, nigga. You need to go ahead quick. Now, before we end this vid, I gotta show y'all this clip, bro. This man, Tito Ortiz, bro. Tito Ortiz, days a week. This is crazy right here.
I train 6 days, actually 6 days a week. 5 days a week, I'll train 3 days a week. One of those days, I will train 2 days of the week. So 6 days a week, I'll be training.
100% bona fide.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna release some videos 5 days a week, 8 days a week, and 20 days a week. I don't know. Whatever Ortiz said, man. Like, comment, subscribe for the days a week I'm gonna post and shit. And I'm gonna catch you on the next video. But on a serious note, man, take care of yourself, man. Like, especially if you're doing this sport, man. Do it and then get out, bro. Do it like a Mayweather, bro. Like, be careful. Take care of your brain, man. Take care. I'm gonna catch you on the next video, man. I'm out.